ain't ratted, we break you down like a pan. I got it, don't panic surround me, I'm corrupted. Flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the defending champion New England Patriots. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Taking on the five-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, the Patriots, they did it again. Their 12th Super Bowl appearance ever. That's a record as they seek to go back-to-back, something that hasn't been done in the NFL since Super Bowls 38 and 39 were won by the Patriots.
So you just have to marvel a little bit, don't you? How they get this done year in and year out. How do they get there? Because I just wonder at some level, do we take them for granted? Their excellence, you just kind of count on it, right? They're going to win the AFC East. They're going to have the home field advantage through the playoffs. They're going to get to the Super Bowl. None of that is easily done, yet every year we're talking about the Patriots possibly, getting it done and adding to their record books.
They try to make it 3 wins in 4 years. The only teams to do that, the Dallas Cowboys.
Those were great teams. Jimmy Johnson was their head coach. Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, all Hall of Famers. They were known as the triplets. But then you go further back to those great teams in the 70s, led by Hall of Fame coach Tom Landry. Tony Dorsett at running back. Those were great teams as well. This one, trying to create their own identity.
Jones off the play fake. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second and a couple, Wilson, and he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Wilson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off play action, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And look at this, it's a fake. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now Jones operating from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Wake able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Jones. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Wake, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And look at this, it's a fake. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Alert.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Tate's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gostkowski with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Off the play fake. Jones. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Here's a first down throw that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And his throw here is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They run again on 1st down. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wondering about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back.
Hey, 0-0.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. Touchdown, Cowboys! Marquise Goodwin, 60 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes.
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And he's got some space here. And he's into the clear. The 20. 10, 5, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 74 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Geno Atkins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
You ain't got nothing. 57 to Moss.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson complete to Watson, the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check, check. Lucky.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Being chased out left. Caught by the tight end Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Check 50. Check 3. Slow. Next set. Mike, check 30.
On second and 9. Wilson. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
14.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Got it. Check 33. Go. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check. Good job right there.
Now a run with Cook. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 29, Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on third. From the shotgun, Wilson. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run, as they are an extra point away now. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl as they have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target, but it'll be second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
You got tight. You got tight.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Geno Atkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Here's Wilson. He completes it to Tate. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And if they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Be a long day for you. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the curve.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Watch 7. Watch 7. Single slot. Single slot.
Here's Jones. Off play action. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
36 power. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Give to Cook out of the gun. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And that's complete. It's Watson. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Benjamin Watson, 60 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he's got room. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Corey Grant with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 38.
24 is the mic.
Now Wilson steps away to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down. They go play action now. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete as well.
Thrown away and incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, check. 3 there. Eyes on 81. Eyes on 81. Rotate. Step.
They find some open field here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 big yards on that one. And a New England first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They will run with Grant. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Corey Grant with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
24's the mic. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 52. Wide. Get wide. Match box. Right. Run left. Off. Go 14.
And that'll set them back 5. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. From the gun, Wilson. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots.